Hey everyone, my name is Gene. I'm a graphic designer and an illustrator. I've been working in the industry for about 15 years. And today we're going to do some duct tape work. Now this is my favorite medium to work in because it's so versatile. It's its own glue and it's its own paper. And with a little bit of an armature, we can make just about anything. So we're going to make a duct tape purse for kids today. Just something they can carry around with them and put pencils and erasers and crayons and the little things that kids carry. Let's get started. All right, so for this, if you've been following our duct tape series, you know that I've been using poster board for the most part, but for this I'm just going to be using regular construction paper. And the reason that I've decided on regular construction paper rather than poster board is that it's a lot more flexible for something that you're going to be opening and closing quite a bit. You don't want it to be quite as rigid because it'll be kind of a pain. So, 2 pieces of construction paper, and I've already covered both sides of one of these pieces of construction paper in duct tape just to speed up the process a little bit. So just take this one and, like we said earlier, do a bunch of parallel pieces of duct tape, and then I also did one straight perpendicular to the normal pieces just to give it a little bit of a maybe a more finished look, and because since this is a 2-sider, there were some rough edges. So I just cleaned those up a little bit by doing that. And then we're going to take our second piece of paper and we're going to pull out a shape that looks something like this. Oh, excuse me for a second. Apparently I didn't cut that all the way through. There we go. Pull out a shape that looks something like this. And the reason we're doing that is because we want a way to actually close this that it will stay closed. So the first thing we want to do is we want to cover this part in duct tape, and that's what I'm going to do right now. Just put this right against the table. 1, 2, and 3. And we'll cover the other side the same way. Don't worry about being exact here because we're going to actually get out a pair of scissors or the X-Acto knife. Oh, you see it can be a little tricky there and just decide to stick when you don't want it to. And the last piece. And now you can see the little silhouette from where the paper was actually cut. And I'm just going to grab the scissors here and cut along that exact silhouette. Very sticky duct tape, that's why it works. Cut the little flap out here. And cut it out on this side. Pull that piece out. This piece, it's now stuck to my finger, and one last side. And then what we want to do is we want to attach the top of our pocketbook to the rest of it. So what we're going to do is we fold this guy in half, and we're going to attach this pretty high up. Grab a piece of duct tape. And following the same duct tape that we used on the end there, you can see we're sticking a little bit here. Go right across the top, but now we want to make sure that this closes. So now we're going to go right along the other side and tape up the top. Bam. Oops. So you got a little fold. Beauty of duct tape. Look at that. Fix it right up. Okay. Then what you do, you want to take another piece of duct tape and you want to close these edges. So I'm just going to show you that real quick. You can use one for each side and then just fold it over at the end here, and that's totally acceptable. One for the other side. And fold it over, cut off the excess. Cut off the excess. And now is when you're going to need some sort of other kind of knife. You can do one of two things here. You can actually get a button, and you can put a button in here, find one of those at your normal craft store. But what I'm going to do instead is right here, where this extra flap begins, I'm going to take my X-Acto knife, and I'm going to cut a slot right through, and I recommend you use a ruler here, even though I'm just kind of eyeing it up, right through the actual purse part itself. Now remember, this outside area I've reinforced, so this is going to be really strong at this point. So you can really push down here to get a hole in there. And once you have it all the way through, you can see I'm not even all the way through yet. There we go, that should be good. There we go. And once you're all the way through, you fold this over, tuck in the flap, and you've got a little purse that stays shut. So that's how you make a duct tape purse. Now remember, if you go to Michael's or any regular arts and crafts store, they're going to have all sorts of duct tape. You'll be able to get SpongeBob, Spider-Man, all sorts of different characters for your kids, and you can just design the actual purse with all these crazy duct tape characters. But anyway, so that's the basic style, and add some of that stuff. Your kids will be able to carry things around. Real cheap, kind of a fun project for the weekend with the kids. Anyway, I hope you had a lot of fun, and we'll see you next time.